Lexi. I like that.
Hey guys, what's up? My name's Lexi. Today I'm going to give you guys a video of the realest Brujeria story that happened to my mom and my family. It's been around 8 years that this has happened, but it still affects us to this day. Let's just get right into it. My stepdad, we're gonna call him Tony, and then my stepdad's mom, we're gonna call her Cindy. My mom started dating my stepdad, Tony. He was super into her, she was super into him. He really seemed like a super faithful type of guy that was just into my mom. It was like they were on cloud 9 until she met Cindy and Cindy's husband. We all go over there. So me, my sister, and my brother, we all go meet Tony's parents. Everything's going well, we're all eating. I look over Cindy and I can see that she's been staring at my mom for a long time. And not even like a cute kind of look. No, it was like she was angry. She did not like us at all. My mom doesn't care. She continues seeing Tony. Like a month later, things start getting really weird. All of a sudden, Tony starts saying that he's working late, he can't take her out anymore, he can't see her. Things just aren't adding up. He would say one thing and then the next day he would say something else. So my mom was catching him in a lot of lies, and when he would just be like, oh my god, stop. That goes on for a while, but my mom is invested. She doesn't want to let this man go. She's like, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. There's something going on. So this one day, she takes me and my sister and we drive all the way to his work. He says that he's working late. And when we get there, we see his car parked and all of the other cars are gone. My mom goes in and she looks in the car. She sees that Tony is still in there and he's sitting there on his phone, smiling. He was not texting my mom. They get in a huge fight. She starts screaming at him, what are you doing here? You told me you were working late. Somehow he convinces her that no, he's not cheating, he's not doing anything. He needs to go back to work. He's like on a break right now.
He was not on a break, he was lying.
She's like, okay, fine, call me after and we'll talk. So this happened all the time. They would fight, then everything would be really good. He was super sweet with her. So it was like back and forth. This went on for like 2 years. We started noticing that things with us were just falling apart. We could never keep money in the bank. We could never keep a car. A lot of things happened. Could have definitely killed my mom. Could have definitely killed one of us. Anytime we would get a new car, something would happen where the brakes would go out. My mom would get in a car accident. My mom would get the car towed. One car in particular, the brakes completely went out on her, and when she tried to get off the freeway, she almost crashed into a tree. She was able to miss it by like this much. Things like that were happening all the time. We noticed when things would get really, really bad, Tony would be fine. He'd be super loving with my mom. He would be there for her. He'd be there for us. He was giving us rides back and forth. And then when we would go a step forward, we would get a car. He would start dwindling back and like not wanting to talk to her. So we're like, what's going on? So finally it got to the point where we were able to get an apartment. We got ourselves a car. We were good. And then Tony started acting up again. The detective that my mom is, she ended up finding out that he had a whole other bitch on the side. My little brother at the time, he was like 7, 8 years old, okay? We're gonna go take him to like a WWE type of thing. Tony says he can't go. So it's just me, my brother, my sister, and then my little brother. We go, we sit down, everything's cool. When we look over, who do we see? We see Tony with another bitch and the bitch's son. My mom lost her shit. She runs over there, she starts screaming at him. She's sitting there looking like, this bitch has the nerve to say that Tony wants her. She needs to get out of the picture. Like, what the fuck? No one should ever have to fight over a man, but just the fact that she knew that Tony was with somebody, like, disgusting. You're nasty. My mom's fighting with him. She dumps him. She's like, I'm done with you. We go back to her seats, and that's that. She drops him. After that, we start noticing that things are getting a lot better with us. Out of nowhere, Tony is blowing up my mom's phone, asking to come back. My mom finally gives in, and she gives him another chance. While he's there, it really does seem like he's changed. He's doing good. He's not texting anymore. We go to a different city, and I call it the SL house. Tony decides he's gonna move in with us because he was living with his parents before that. Tony's parents We're living in the back house. We all move in. Things are kind of weird with the house, but we don't say anything about it. Things are good. As soon as we move in, things start getting weird again. He starts being distant. Things start happening to us. My mom gets another car that she works super hard for, and it gets taken away again. She would move up in her job, and then something would happen with Tony. She'd lose that job. Like, it was bad. It was a whole roller coaster. But my mom really couldn't do anything. He was living with us at this point. He was paying half the rent, so she was trying to figure it out. She was like, look, we need to talk about this. He wanted nothing to do with her, but he was still staying in the house. Disgusting. My mom, being the type of person she is, she would the parents' house, she would try to clean, she would try to cook there. She was just trying really hard to get on their good side as well. So finally, my mom just gives up. She's like, you know what? Tony's never gonna want to be with me. I'm never gonna be able to get the parents' approval, so I'm done. Tony leaves, he moves right back in with the parents, and everything goes back to normal. So one day, we go on vacation for a few days. But when we come back, we notice that the house is moved around. The fridge was moved, the stuff in our room was moved, our clothes was moved. We don't think much of it, right?
We thought it was Tony, so it wasn't a huge deal.
There's a bunch of stuff that's moved and it's out of place. My little brother, he goes into my mom's room and he's in there playing around. He looks over at my mom and he shows her this little doll. My mom has blonde hair, blue eyes, light skin. Her favorite color is pink, small, super tiny. She likes to wear little dresses and high heels. This little doll had blonde hair, blue eyes, a little pink shirt, a little pink skirt, and these tall white shoes. So as soon as we saw it, my mom was freaked out. She knows for a fact that the bitch came in. So she calls the lady that we rented the house from and she asks her if anyone else has the keys to their house. She said yes, the mom does. For whatever reason, right before we moved in, she had to go in there and clean. We're finally putting two and two together. My mom doesn't bring any of this up to Tony. She just goes to a curandera.
We noticed that anytime we were doing really bad, that Cindy was doing really well. She was super happy. But anytime that we would take a step forward and that we were doing good, she would get extremely sick. She would end up getting hospitalized every single time.
She wants them to take whatever curse she has on her off. So she has ojo, whatever the hell she has. This woman has a bunch of cigars. She has a big pot and she sits there and she smokes all of these cigars. And I guess what she was saying was that through the smoke, she can see everything that's going on, everything that happened with that little bit and the cleansing and all these things that she's gonna have to do. This is what's gonna fix it, and it's gonna make the curse and the ojo go away. Finally, she would call my mom and she would beg my mom to come over and help her because she's sick. And if she can help her cook, she's gonna have some tea for my mom, some coffee for my mom. She knows it's because whatever she put on my mom, it was coming back to her. So finally, my mom found another curandera. This woman was able to get it off completely. As soon as she did, we got a call from Tony and his mom died. Since she has passed, my mom and Tony, I almost said his name. My mom and Tony have been together. They're married now. They just celebrated their 10-year anniversary and they're doing great. He's so in love with her. She's so in love with him. They're doing really good. So yeah, that's my story. I know it was super short, but I just had to tell you guys. If you guys like these videos, I have a bunch more. But until then, I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.